Welcome back to the channel, y'all. The Jaii Frais case is becoming so much more serious than we initially thought it was. And we're now in a gray area where everyone is just speculating and guessing what is happening. And before I move on, let me just declare my conflict of interest and my bias, because yes, I am biased in this case. And this is really just a result of me being a fellow vlogger and have experienced the negativity and the threats that comes from artists and their entourages or their fans when, we critique their music or their actions or whatever it may be, whatever they're posting in the public. As public figures, people comment and people criticize. However, it seems as though now everyone should be gagged or people should not speak on certain things. But why do you put it in the public space? Why do you post it on social media? Is it not for people to see? Is it not for people to have ideas or opinions on these things? You share your music publicly. Is it not for people to like it or dislike or, everyone's different and everyone's mindset is different. And now this Jaii Frais case has become so much more serious and detrimental to not just careers, but people's lives right now. And everyone is now sensing that there's some form of corruption involved. It's leaning a little bit towards that based on the fact that the information being sent out or the information being shared publicly, it seems a bit one-sided and some information is kept. As in, everyone's asking the third person who was arrested, who is that person? How come that information was not shared? We know publicly that Jaii Frais and Javi was arrested and charged, but there was also a third person. Why was that information not shared? And now it's leaning towards, okay, maybe they wanted to keep that hush-hush because this person is involved or affiliated with law enforcement. If this person is indeed affiliated or involved with law enforcement, why is it not being shared, or why is it being kept a secret? I mean, I guess on the other hand, I kind of understand because, if this person is affiliated with the police force, then it doesn't look good. There's some negligence there. But I was listening recently to My View TV stating that he was there firsthand to see what happened. And his story does sound like there's some truth in there, but then you have to take everything with a grain of salt, right? So we still don't know exactly what happened. And if some of what he said actually transpired, wouldn't Jaii Frais be home right now? Maybe waiting on trial or his actual court date? Like, why isn't Jaii Frais released on bail? I mean, we heard in the news that he was supposed to appear in court yesterday, which is Wednesday. However, there's still no update being shared. And we're not even sure if that date was actual facts. We don't know if that was just something to mislead the public. We don't know if there's actual truth to that. We know there was an official statement stating that Javi was supposed to appear next Thursday. But then for Jaii Frais, it was just Wednesday. We're not sure if it's this Wednesday or next Wednesday. It's really sad that now in Jamaica, you can't leave your home with your partner to go to a party and come back safe. And now everyone is taking everything so seriously. We already have enough crime in society, right? There's enough evil in the world. I mean, what happened to freedom of speech, right? What happened to people just talking? If someone, if someone didn't physically touch you or hurt your family, why can't we just turn away from it? And I don't understand how artists, they feel as though no one should comment on them. No one should comment on their music, their lifestyle, or whatever they portray on the internet. I mean, you're posting it. A lot of people keep their personal lives secret for the main fact that they don't want people's external opinions to be shared. They don't want people talking about certain aspects of their lives, so they keep it private. But when certain things are posted on the internet, I mean, you are sharing these things. And if you're involved with certain people in the industry or people who are affiliated with artists or public figures, and they say certain things about you, take it up with the person who said something about you. And I don't mean in a violent way either. Like, people don't have problem-solving skills anymore. There's no conflict resolution among anyone anymore. It's from 0 to 100. You said something, I didn't like it, okay, you need to die. Like, men aren't men anymore. Like, these men are acting like little girls, like they're in high school, not even high school, middle school. You're willing to lose your freedom, your money, your bag, your lifestyle over the fact that someone said something and you think you need to do something about it. And I mean, there are other ways, right? If someone is talking about you constantly and you don't like what they're saying, I mean, you can take them to court. You can file a lawsuit. You can take them to court for defamation. I mean, there are other ways to silence people too. But why does it always have to resort to physical harm? It's like in Jamaica, this is happening way too often now. How many more public figures and slash artists are gonna go to prison and lose half their lives or all of it over stupid opinions, over their egos, because really it's just ego. I think there's a lot happening behind the scenes that, the public isn't privy to. And based on the public speculations, a lot of people are saying it's leaning towards corruption because the alleged weapon in question belonged to a police officer. Well, that's the alleged statement that's being shared right now. There's still nothing official because we still don't know the identity of the third person that was arrested. I mean, why is the system punishing someone for defending themselves? Unless we don't know the story or the information shared prior to this is all false. Because if he went to a party with his woman and was attacked and defended himself, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that he was locked up and charged and is not out on bail. I guess I get that people need to be charged, especially if there was a violent altercation and an illegal weapon in question. I get that. But for someone in that state of mind and in that moment, most of you would do the same thing. I mean, I know I would. If I was being attacked and someone pulled their gun on me, if I was able to take said gun and use it to defend myself, I would. I mean, I think everyone would. It's that or you probably die. And as I said, I do have a bias in this because I have been on the other end of the threats and the egotistical statements from artists and their entourage or their fans. Stupid, dumb, as them call it, the dunce fans. Because most of you don't even know the artist, yet still you're online arguing, cussing, tracing over a man you don't even know. A man you don't know. A man who's not paying your bills. Before you focus on building your life, building your wealth, taking care of your family, trying to put down some roots so that your children are okay and your children's children are okay. You're online tracing over a man. Jamaica is known for a lot of things. And yes, the whole stigma of being a high crime society was always there, but when did we become man-loving man? When did we become a man-loving man country? I'm like, I just don't get it. And how some on a man have woman? Because there's no way in hell I would be involved with a man who got that hard for another man online, threatening people's lives, arguing with people over a man. Like, y'all don't see something wrong with that? This blind loyalty. And the funny thing is, when you're asked to have faith and you're asked to be loyal to God and go to church, una not do it. Y'all not doing that. But for a man who can buy a one spliff for you and give you some Hennessy for drink, una prefer walk behind them and carry them bag and trace online. You wanna not talk about this man, so and that, blah, blah, blah. Willing to lose your life. The person who got shot is not 450 and it's not Javi. A fan, a member of an artist entourage. You almost lose your life for a man. And the funny thing is, no for una not take a bullet for a woman. Una not take a bullet for a mother or una sister. But una do it for a man. I saw una love man like no for una closeted fishes. In real life, no for una closeted fishes, man. And it's facts because there's no way a decent, intelligent, straight man is going to behave like that. I see some people online say the most derogative things over a man. For a man we don't know, no. And don't even get me started on if that artist big you up one time or post you one time, you lose all your senses. All your senses because all of a sudden you can't say anything negative about that person because that person posts you one time. That person big you up or heal you. What do you think that mean? I know that person own you. I don't know. Is it just me or like Jamaican men love to be led by other men? We not always quick for bow down to some Dan, to some artists. We not take care of one of them now pay on the bills. And it's literally why we have this Jaii Frais and Javi situation happening right now. Just because a girl went on his platform and said something negative about Javi. Why you not take it up with the female? He just provided the platform. And yes, he may have made some shady comments after that and, some subliminal hits. But so what? Jaii Frais pay your bills. You're a successful producer. Focus on your craft. Focus on your career. Why you make Jaii Frais so important in your life? Jaii Frais is just a local vlogger, right? You know, kind of classify him as a nobody in your eyes, right? But I guess because his influence was growing and I guess he was becoming more famous or, hosting his own big parties. Wait, is it that I never get invited to the party them? Hmm. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, why make him so important to your life? How are his words or whatever he's saying? How is that affecting you? And I'm hearing some people, yeah, when you say certain things online, you have to just understand, so there are going to be consequences and this and that. And I say, if what he said didn't stop your money, then it's not important. People aren't strong enough anymore to just, okay, move on. I mean, we're black people coming from slavery days. White people been saying shit. No for uno make white people talk to uno all kind of ways. No for uno take the subliminals. But because them are write a check, uno take anything from them. But uno fellow vlogger or commentator, whatever, which is them job. They say something and no, yo, you have to shut them up. You have to silence them. And where that get you? Hmm? Where you at now? You could be on the streets making money right now. We understand that people sometimes say things that are hurtful. Yes, don't get me wrong. People talk about me a lot. We just have this broad face, frog face dude talking shit about me the other day just because my husband and I did a video saying that alkaline cheap and him to spend more money and, put it into him promoting him shows, him songs, kind of make him videos better, stuff like that. And the amount of things the man go up on him platform and say, oh, me want sleep with Alkaline and how Alkaline and him friends are, them and them friends are going to bend me over and all kind of shit. But dude, just looking at you and where you're at, I'm not going to give him the time of day because he's not important to me at all. You're not contributing to my life in a positive way. So why am I listen, I'm a landlord in real life. I am not going to allow anyone to live rent-free in my head. I used to back in the day. And it took me years, it took me time to really learn and move on from that. How much vloggers online? Normally when we say things, or even we say something, them not talk with and me them attack. Them say all kind of things about me online. None of these people really know me. And none of them paying my bills. I'm blessed and happy. Why am I gonna make the opinion of somebody else rob me of my future? Words are words, man. Like, we don't need to retaliate physically. We don't need to put our livelihood and our future in jeopardy over foolishness. I said this before, and someone in my comment section was arguing with me that, oh, why you feel like them not, be held accountable. And, I was saying, I'm really hoping that both parties go free, maybe with some probation or community service or whatever it be, just because I don't think either of them are known criminals or have a criminal background in the sense where they're going around parading as bad men, right? I think this was just an unfortunate situation and people really just make them emotions get the best of them. And I'm hoping that this can really be a teaching, a learning moment for both parties. Because I honestly don't think they'll ever be dumb enough to let something like this happen again. Right now, we still don't know because somebody may still lose 15 years to life in prison over foolishness. When enough to protect the woman, them wanna nah do it. When enough to protect on the parents, wanna nah do it. Somebody say something wanna ready for go pull a gun. Like, how that makes sense? Wanna say wanna nah no sense. And money wanna supposed to focus on, wanna supposed to focus on making no money and creating, building generational wealth. So on a kids okay, and on a kids okay. At least look at thing on up in our feelings like some girls. If you don't want nobody talk about if you don't want nobody critique sometimes you just have people when I like you because you're considered ups to them artists or the person with them idolize. It is what it is. Just move on. If you don't want to face any form of public scrutiny, keep your life private. Don't post it on the internet. Don't become an artist because once you become an artist, everyone will have an opinion. Not everyone will like your music. That's just my little rant on the whole Javi and Jaii Frais situation. I'm really hoping that the best can come of this for both people, for both parties. But, I'm still a bit in favor of Jaii Frais given the fact that I consider him a friend and as a fellow vlogger. experiencing what he has experienced, just not to that extent, but because certain place man go. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why certain places we don't go, certain parties, certain crowds, it's just nago semena because it's not worth it. And am I missing something? Is it taking away from my life? No. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future videos. Wiz will be back soon. Don't worry.